Hi, today we will explain to you about graph function increasing, decreasing, and constant. This is the name of my lovely lecturer and my friends. Lecturer Dr. Azah and members Zakuan, ZAIM, IRFAN, KANDHAN, and FAIZ. We will explain to you about definition, examples, real-life application, some exercise, and conclusion. There are many graphing software out there such as Word, PowerPoint, and Desmos. But today I will explain to you with Desmos. The link in the description.
Definition. First, an increasing function is one where for every s1 and s2 that satisfies s2 greater s1, then fx2 greater or equal for x1. If it is strictly greater than, then it is strictly increasing. Second, a decreasing function is one where for every s1 and s2 that satisfies x2 greater s1, then fx2 less or equal fx1. If it is strictly less than, then it is strictly decreasing. Third, a constant function is a function whose value does not vary, regardless of the input into the function.
Hi, I am MUHAMMAD IMAN and I will show you some examples of the function and graph. Important note: when discussing about the increasing, decreasing, and constant of the function, always remember that they are explained with the x coordinates, not y coordinates. As you can see, we will not refer the red circle as -1 and -2, as that will only explain its pinpoint coordinate. We will refer this as -1, 1 because it will refer to its starting point, the -1, until its finishing point, number 1, which is the blue circle. The red arrows are showing that it is decreasing. To write down its interval, for the first red arrow, it will be -infinity to -1. It's infinity because there is no starting point and the graph has no ends. The second arrow will be written as 1 to infinity, also infinity because the ending point has no end. The blue arrow now shows it is increasing. To write the interval, it would be -1 to 1. The blue arrow shows what is a constant is, so the interval would be -2 to 2. So in summary, this is how the increasing, decreasing, and constant function looks like. Function and graph are actually used in real life, such as the oscilloscope. Oscilloscope is a type of electronic test instrument that graphically displays varying signal voltages, usually as calibrated two-dimensional plot of one or more signals as a function of time. The signals are plotted on a graph which shows how the signal changes. So as you can see, these are the waveforms that can be seen in oscilloscope. Other than that, we also have seismometer, which we use to detect earthquakes. A seismometer is an instrument that responds to ground noises and shaking, such as caused by earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and explosion. They are usually combined with a timing device and a recording device to form a seismograph. And this is how the seismometer works and the output looks like.
I'm KANDHAN and I'll be discussing about the exercises regarding of the increasing, decreasing, and constant interval. Here are given several exercises regarding of the subtopic. Exercise question number 1. Use the graph y equals to fx given below to answer the question. If you are given a graph like this, the first two things that we have to consider is we need to look for the intervals from left to right, and the second thing is when describing an open interval, we have to use the x coordinates and not the y coordinates. I repeat again, we need to use the x coordinates and not the y coordinates. So the question is actually asking list the intervals where f is increasing. For A and B, list the intervals where f is decreasing. I've already represented the increasing and decreasing intervals using the arrows. The blue arrows is for increasing interval and the yellow arrows is for decreasing interval. And let's see for the increasing interval first. It starts from -5. It is an closed dot. Closed dot means it includes the value, so we use this kind of bracket. -5, it increases to -3. And then it decreases from -3 to 0. Then it increases again from 0 to 2. Then it decreases again from 2 to 3. And we have also represented both the increasing and decreasing interval using the number line equation. Okay, if we look at the number line equation, from the left hand side it started from -infinity, and at the right hand side it starts from the positive infinity. And now we are stating the increasing interval in the number line. It is from -5. We need to put a closed dot as it includes the value to -3. A closed dot also because it includes the value. And another increasing value is from 0 to 2. It also includes the value, so we need to put a closed dot. And for the B, decreasing. It decreasing from -3 to 0. It includes the value, so we need to put a closed dot, and it decreases again at 2 to 3. And it also includes the value. For the exercise 4, in problems 1 to 4, use the given graph of the function f. Now the graph of function f is already given and we have to look from left to right. And here I've already represented the decreasing interval using the black arrows and the increasing interval using the grey arrows. And if we look at the first question, is f increasing on the interval -8 to -2? And we can look at the grey arrow. Yes, it is actually increasing from -8 to -2. The answer is yes, graph of function f is increasing on the interval -8 to -2. Then the second question, is f increasing on the interval 2 to 10? No, actually it is not increasing. It only increases from 0 to 2. So the answer is no, the graph is not increasing on the interval 2 to 10. For the third question, list the intervals on which f is increasing. If we see the increasing of f interval from left to right, it decreases first, then it increases to -8 until -2, then it decreases, then it increases again from 0 to 2, then it decreases, then it increases again from 5 to infinity. For the fourth question, list the intervals on which f is decreasing. And the answer is, it is decreasing from -infinity to -8, and it is increasing, then it decreases again from -2 to 0, then it increases, then it decreases from 2 to 5. And that's it. It is done with the question for today. Thank you.
Conclusion. The use of graph, specifically in determining increasing, decreasing, and constant of a line, will surely help us to manage many important data. Not only for professional use, even students will find learning this will help them improve their daily life. That's all from us. See you again next time.